Jess is Pet Respect's therapy dog and is a popular visitor at schools, youth clubs and care homes. While delivering therapy to those who most benefit, Pet Respect is also enlightening, informing and educating all those they come into contact with about how to care for animals and understand their needs. Animal-assisted therapy works on many levels by providing an opportunity for people to interact with animals and gain benefit from the therapeutic qualities of the relationship. Many problems people suffer can be alleviated by such interaction. Animal-assisted therapy can help people suffering from long-term mental issues, those involved in offensive or antisocial behaviour which may lead to their exclusion from school or society, individuals suffering social and emotional problems, victims of crime or abuse who may have developed a distrust of fellow humans, people undergoing recovery after bereavement, and those who are simply lonely. Controlled intervention with animals can give such people a sense of purpose and self-worth. It can help with communication and social skills, improving ability to relate to and respect other living creatures, raising awareness, confidence, self-esteem and receptivity. It can benefit health, fitness, coordination, motor skills and the ability to cope and make decisions. It engenders trust in people who have suffered trauma, helping them overcome their fears. Many people can relax more easily in the presence of an animal, and interaction has been shown to decrease tension, lower blood pressure and heart rate. Some case histories. Olivia is a young girl who had developed a phobia of dogs.
My name is Olivia and I'm 9 years old.
Olivia had a dreadful fear of dogs, absolutely terrified. She would run a mile, she would cling to me, and it was becoming a bit of a problem when we were walking in the streets.
I thought that all dogs weren't going to be nice and they weren't going to be kind, and they're not ones you can play with, they're just going to jump up at you.
She came home from school full of confidence. Pet Respect had been there with the dog Jess, and she'd been doing things with them, and they told her how to look after dogs and how dogs would treat her if she was, very good with them. And she just was so much happier and more confident. And since then we've had lots of contact with the dog, and she's much more confident around dogs.
They got us to do something, like give them a treat, and then I realised that the dogs weren't going to be mean and horrible, and we had to hide treats and then mix them up, and Jess would have to try and get them.
A few of them were chosen to go with the dog to do various tricks and, petting the dog and one thing and another. So luckily she was chosen, and I think that was a turning point myself, because she was there with somebody who was so responsible and she felt safe, and was instructed how to do things properly.
I have seen some dogs, like my aunties, but I'm all right with some, but it's strange dogs.
She'll go to any other dog now, only if she knows them. She's still very wary, which is probably my fault, because you do tell them not to go to strange dogs. But any of the dogs down the street and a friend's dogs, they've got a Rottweiler, and she's quite happy to have that in the room. Whereas 2 years ago she said she would never ever visit the house again when they got the dog, because she was so frightened. And this is all through Pet Respect and Jess.
I think they're really good, because when I was really scared of dogs, when I met Jess I was okay, and they said why dogs are the way they are and how some can't be nice because of the way they're treated. Yeah, it helped me understand.
I think Pet Respect are absolutely wonderful. Olivia raised money for them last year, over £100, to provide dog food for the dogs and one thing and another. Whatever the money they needed the money for, she was quite happy for them to do. Pet Respect have gone into schools. Recently they've been into the Brownies where Olivia attends, and they've just raised so many people's awareness and how they should treat dogs, as well as looking after their own dogs themselves. And I think they're marvellous. I think they really, really need a lot of promoting, because they do wonderful things, for the children.
I had a fundraising event in my house, and I got my friends and family to come round and I did raffles and games, and then you could have anything to buy, and I had it in my kitchen. My mum's relative came over and helped, and we raised £100, I think, that's how much.
Liam had problems with authority, which led to him skipping school and getting involved with the wrong crowd. Social Services referred his case to Corner House, an agency that specialises in advice, support and rehabilitation for young people, who in turn engage the services of Pet Respect.
Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm from Corner House and I work with young people at risk of drug and alcohol abuse, young people that put themselves at risk on an evening, young people at risk of meeting other people. So I started working with Liam through a programme called Choices, working with young people that might be at risk of drug and alcohol and entering into that sort of world. First day I met Liam, I mentioned Pet Respect and I mentioned Jess, and for that to do it I left it a few weeks and I phoned him, and it was quite fun. I phoned him up at 9 in the morning, I didn't even woke up properly, and he's saying, have you heard about that dog yet? Have you heard about that dog? Which was really positive. So if you know Liam, doesn't look like the type to want to be involved with animals and dogs and stuff, but he loves it. He's been here about 5-6 weeks now, and he's really grown attached to not only Jess but Kim and Marina, and he's really grown attached to the project. And this is a kid that doesn't attend school anymore because he can't be bothered or whatever the reason, but he's up every single week. Whenever I phone him, he's up and he's out, and it just gives him a few hours just to be himself and to be an average 15-year-old lad, rather than walking the streets or, you know, having to live up to his mates. Kim and Marie are brilliant with any kids that I bring. They understand and they don't judge kids as well. I don't really tell them a lot about the background of the children that come, but they don't judge them straight away, which is what the kids certainly love. They let Liam and other kids play with Jess, teach Jess tricks, and really do what they like in that particular, in their time zone. And I think it's there's a real pillar, I think, of what voluntary work is and what youth work is today, and I think that's really been lost recently. Pet Respect have worked with a number of our children, and they will do for some time, I envisage, and we'll always bring kids to Pet Respect because the kids respond to it so much. Yeah, we have a bit of a waiting list really, to be fair.
From Jenna, which is my worker. That's what we're doing on one-to-one sessions, like train Jess and stuff like that. I've never had a dog myself, but it's the first dog I've ever done like what I'm doing with Jess now, yeah. Hopefully become a jockey. I'm going to Bishop Bet in September, and then going on to Northern Racing College to do my jockey in there. And then from there just hopefully become a jockey. Pet Respect is good in it. Helps people, helps dogs. Got time for people. I don't know, it's good people, aren't they?
Andrew was referred to Pet Respect by a social worker. A shy lad who found it difficult to communicate, he has gained confidence and become a staunch supporter and volunteer for the charity.
Hi, my name's Andrew Leake, and I became involved with Pet Respect through my social worker because it used to be real shy and kept myself to myself. But since I've come here, I've been doing pets in the park and whatnot with Jess, and I've just been more confident in myself. So it's helped bring my confidence out a lot more than what it used to be.
Pet Respect offers a range of animal-assisted therapy services, including residential home visits, youth referral sessions, mental health group workshops, anger management workshops, dog phobia rehabilitation, and pet bereavement counselling. If you are interested in finding out more about their services and how they can help your school or organisation, visit their website www.petrespect.org.uk or telephone 07876 440 484.